Well, let's meet another startup to finish today's show. And wealth management platform Perla is launching a micro-invested managed fund that will enable investors to build out their own portfolios from the platform's ETFs. It's a first of a kind, and to tell us more about it, Head of Community Anna Kresina joins us now. Anna, great to have you on the show. Tell us about this project because, of course, for less than a cup of coffee, you can actually become an investor.
This is true. We're very excited about our micro product. So Perla does support CHESS sponsored shares that you can invest through the US and through Australian stock market. But our micro product is actually geared more for people who might have smaller amounts to invest in, who want to get started, and who want to just do it regularly. So we've created this product that actually caters specifically to them.
So tell us about how it works. Perhaps you're not even an investor now, but you're sort of thinking, because I can't afford, so let's say, Square shares at $180 each. How do you get access to this?
Yes, we have eight different funds that are focused on our most popular ETFs on the platform. So users can sign up and they can invest directly into these ETFs. What we found at Perla is that our platform is really focused on long-term investing, and most of our users actually invest in ETFs or LICs. We have over 80% that are invested in them. And so we realized that as an entry point for newer investors, we should actually just create a product for them so that they can invest with as little as $1. And so this product is $1.70 a month that people can sign up and invest in our most popular ETFs on the platform. So it's quite an easy beginner way to get into investing. And also it creates a way for users to then move on to investing into actual shares on both the US and Australian stock market.
Now, Anna, Perla launched in 2020 as a neo broker, and you just alluded to some of your clientele then. Paint a picture of the average Perla customer.
Yes, we have around 50,000 people who have found us mainly through referrals and word of mouth. An average user is around 32 years old, and they make an investment around $2,600 per trade. What we've realized from our demographic is that 53% are women, 43% men, and 1% non-binary. So we're actually skewed more towards women, which is really fantastic to see in the investing space as well. A lot of them are beginner investors who have just started investing within the last 1 to 2 years. And so we're just trying to cater to that audience.
So you say that Perla Micro sits between Raise and CommSec Pocket. Why do you think it is so attractive to women? What is it that you're doing differently to established brands than the others in the space?
Well, what we find a lot is that we have a lot of female investors who are new to investing, and often they just want to start out with smaller amounts. So this is a space where they can do that in a safe space, learning alongside other investors on the platform. We have a place where you can actually see how other people are investing, what other people have in their portfolio. So it's an educational tool as well. We're really kind of focused on the community aspect. So with micro as well, it's a way to kind of get started. We also have features such as auto invest, so you can kind of set and forget your investments and know that you're actually focusing on the long term by creating better financial habits. And so this is something that's quite appealing to women and new people who are investing and starting out.
And can you paint a little bit of a picture around the ETFs that people are interested in? Of course, we had a massive theme over the past 12 months around ESG and the companies that focus on that. What are your customers looking for?
Yeah, so we have a couple options within our micro that are focused around a holistic ETF. And alongside that, we do have some ESG funds that they can invest in as well, along with specifically in the US market or in the Australian market. So there are 8 different options that kind of cover a whole range of ETFs that are most popular on the platform. So really we took that data from what we've seen people invest in on the platform and repackaged it for our micro product.
And Anna, what's next for Perla? I know you've just got micro out into the market, but I'm sure there's more in the pipeline.
We absolutely have a lot lined up with Perler. We're creating a bit of a social network called the Perler Exchange, which should be out in the next little while. We're also dropping our fees, so look out for that. And then there's a lot of really exciting things that I can't quite talk about yet, but definitely keep Perler on the radar in terms of what's happening within this innovative space for long-term investing.
And I do want to ask, what have you learnt over the last 2 years as you've built out Perler and got into the broking micro investing space?
Well, I've learned a lot from our users. Some of my job in product is talking specifically to our users, and a lot of them are just scared when they start out. What they love about Perler is that the platform doesn't have a lot of bright colors of red and green telling you when your shares have dropped, but instead it really focuses on that long-term investing, which people really seem to resonate with. So being able to do things like auto invest is a feature that people really find beneficial. Being able to pick specific shares or ETFs you want to invest in, setting it at a percentage, and then it just pulls from your bank account and invests directly into that for you without you having to constantly log in and check and see where the price market is. So really focusing on that dollar cost averaging. And talking to our users, we really hear that that has been a gap in the market. People really wanted to kind of set and forget and focus on dollar cost averaging and long-term investing, and Perler came along and really kind of created a space for that. So yeah, it's great to hear that from our users.
Absolutely fascinating. Finally, before we go, I do want to ask, what advice would you give to first-time investors who are right now scratching their head and going dollar cost averaging?
Well, I can't give any advice specifically, but a great way is to learn from your peers. And on Perler, you can actually see what other people are investing in. And just starting out with as little as $1 into a holistic ETF might be a really great opportunity to kind of see what it's like to dip your toes in the market.